Hi Pisces, welcome to my channel, Soul Light Hypnotherapy. My name is Kirsten. I have your love and emotional dynamic reading all laid out for you for the month of May. This is a general reading, so not all messages will resonate or apply to you. Make sure to check your moon sign or your rising sign if that is the case. Because it is a general reading, scenarios that I call out may actually be understood vice versa. It depends on your situation and you'll know whether or not to vice versa it. Um, yeah, I think that's. Make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And if you want a personalized reading, my information will be in the description box below. So that being said, let's go ahead and get started. Wow, it started raining. Okay, top left. The left side of the reading is about you, your identity. The left top side is about you and your identity, who you are, Pisces. The bottom is like more about your emotions and how you're dealing with things and what your agendas are and motives are. And the right side top is the same thing, but it pertains to your partner or your person of interest, or even to outside external influences like the job or people who are somehow involved in your love life or your emotional feelings. And below describes their attitude, their feelings, their emotions, their agendas. Okay? And then the center, bottom and top, describe how you're interacting with one another, what the outcome is, and what any advice. And then I'm linking and clarifying with some Sibyllas here in the center. I've got a lot of different scenarios. I'll try not to confuse you guys too much. But I may not go through each and every card like I have in the past. So, but let's just go to the left side at the top. The Knight of Cups and the Ace of Cups. So, let's do one scenario here. I feel like Pisces, some of you may hear from a return or have heard from an ex. In the past, they reached out to you for a second chance. You've taken your time. You had your guard up with the Seven of Wands here below the Knight of Wands reverse. You had your guard up. So I feel like you took some time, and also the Ace of Pentacles here reverse tells me there was some delay in your communicating or expressing, or there will be some time taken or delay in your communicating and expressing your reply to their request, okay, for a second chance. You're reviewing the relationship, reviewing the past, and what you gave to it, what they gave to you, whether or not it was up to scratch. I think you've come to the conclusion that you have a lot to offer, and that you probably didn't feel valued in this relationship or appreciated enough. And so I feel like you probably you're going to express that to them. You're going to put that out there. You're going to express that to them boldly. Okay, you might even say it with harsh words with this Queen of Swords at the center. You're going to say it to them boldly. I expect more. I want more. This didn't happen. This needs to happen. You know, for I can even consider this. Now, what takes place? The partner, we have the partner on the right top with this reverse Ace of Pentacles. I think they feel like their new beginning, that which they wanted to start with you, isn't going to take off. Or there's more work that needs to be done. I feel like they've already done enough with this Nine of Cups reverse. And I don't feel like they want to put too much more effort into it. Okay, that's one scenario. And as a result, the relationship, it's rocky. It's teetering on ending, or it will continue to stay ended. I'm sorry, I don't mean to go for a long pause. I just don't want to give you the wrong outcome here. It's not impossible to salvage the relationship, but again, and like for a lot of other signs going through this, I feel like I'm reading the same freaking story for all the signs. Communication is the key. People need to know where the other person is coming from and why they're doing what they're doing and why they're acting the way they're acting. There may be some immature behavior here. And overprotective attitudes. This may be involving a Capricorn or an earth sign person or even a water sign person or an air sign person. And then another scenario I'm seeing is Pisces. You may be trying to decide between an old love that has returned or an opportunity to, you want to get back with someone from the past, but there's someone new in your life too that you're interested in. So you're weighing up, you're trying to decide between two different options. You may want to have your cake and eat it too. You know, you may want to, right now, see where it goes, see if you can handle both. But it's looking like that is not going to work out. Someone doesn't want to be in a third party situation. And when they discover that they are in a third party situation, they're going to drop you. So you may regret, maybe the person who drops you may be the one that you really want, or the one that you should be with. Then another scenario that I'm seeing here, guys, is you Pisces may want a second chance with a partner, an ex. Maybe you guys have been separated for a while. There's some distance between you. You may have a problem. I feel like they thought that they could spend their life with you, the rest of their life with you. And it got tarnished. That plan got tarnished because of some problems, emotional burdens. They couldn't carry anymore. They couldn't carry your emotional problems or burdens anymore. Or maybe there was some alcoholism or drug use here. I feel like if that is the case for some of you Pisces, you've gotten the help that you needed to get with this Six of Pentacles. Now you feel renewed, refreshed. You're ready to make a new start, but this person is emotionally drained, and they don't know if they can have a new start with you. Their love for you is even spent. You know, they don't even know if they can rekindle their love for you anymore. There's a big distance to travel between the two of you now as a result. But if you want it, Pisces, with enough determination, you can get it. You can get this person back. Some of you Pisces may be interested in someone new, or like I said, you're juggling an old and a new. you may end up losing the one that was right for you. Know that I believe the new one, or the one that's on the outside of something that's more prominent, if you guys follow what I'm saying, the relationship that's on the outside, the extracurricular one, this could be with someone new, or it could be with an air sign person, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. But I feel like this person, you don't know this person really well. They're hard to get to know. And they're trying to read the situation. They're trying to read you a little bit, this new person. They're not quite sure you're interested in them. So if you are interested, you need to be more proactive and let them know. But at the same time, this person is rather distant and in personality, like they're hard to get to know, and shielded. They don't show their emotions. They may not have any emotions, but they don't show their emotions. When you get to know this person, you may find out because you're probably, you could be dating this person, but as you get to know this person on a deeper level, you may learn that you don't have enough in common. There might even be an age gap here, but you don't have enough in common. You don't share enough of the same objectives. And you may end up regretting this union. Or there's just an acceptance that this union can only go so far. Can only go so far. So I hope I haven't confused you guys too much with these scenarios. Another scenario I'm seeing, and I really just want to mention it, if someone is out there is planning a business idea, a business you want to launch, or there's a job that you're interested in getting, and you need to make a proposal, you need to put it out there. You've been delaying or procrastinating because you weren't quite sure how to do it. But you're finally now, you feel like that you have to take a leap of faith. You have to put it out there. Maybe time has run out. Maybe the window of opportunity is about to close. So you're stepping out and you're putting it out there. And you're second guessing yourself whether or not it was enough, whether or not it's right. In a sense, it's good that you're second guessing yourself, because I see that you certainly could have been more detailed. You certainly should be more detailed and more professional. But you're going to put it out there due to feeling like time is running out, and you have to do it now. And you just, with a lot of faith and confidence, you're putting it out there, believing, okay, well, I know this has value, and it will work out. You're just putting this trust in the universe. It will work out. In so doing, I feel like with this, in so doing, I feel like the response is going to be a little lackluster at first, because it's not as polished a proposal as it needs to be, or a presentation, or a plan, or you follow. It's not as polished as it needs to be, or it's late, it doesn't seem, it seems like a frivolous attempt, not a strong enough attempt. But at the same time, the content of it is really good. The idea behind it is excellent. It may not get the best response at first. It may even get declined at first. There's a rework that's asked of you. Or or the universe is saying, rework this, polish this more, tweak it more. If it's to a business, and it could be to a really big business, a very powerful person, influential world person or power, or something that's worldwide, could involve import, export, could involve military things. It could even I could even see it being like some sort of transfer of information, of energy. I don't. Anyway, so they want more. They want more. They want to see more. They want to get more out of this opportunity. Okay? They're in it for their personal gain. Sorry, this is turned into a business reading a little bit. They're in it for their personal gain, right? So they want more. They want more. So you may not get the reaction that you want yet. You may have to tweak it some more. You want more of an equal balance, like profit share, but they're wanting to be and equal control, but they're wanting more control and more gain, more money. This could apply to a relationship as well, guys. You know, like I told you, all these scenarios, if you listen for the energy of it, you can apply it to your situation. This could apply to politics. This could apply to making dinner, you know. And the reason why they may decline this offer is because they want to see how serious you are about it, number one. They may also just be interested in taking as much information from you as possible and then doing it on their own. So be careful of that. Be wary of that. And they just may feel that it needs to be developed more. And again, they want it to be more in their favor rather than your favor, or the way you presented it, it's equal favor, but they want it to be more in their favor. All right, so that's a business thing. And I feel like, and the reason why I mentioned it is that do that. Make whatever concessions you have to make. You know, don't sell yourself short, but because you're going to be considering taking this offer to somebody else. Okay, but the Sun is here, the world is here, and the Ace of Pentacles is here reversed. That just means, and the Nine of Cups is reversed. That just means there's a delay in the potential, but the potential will happen. The Magi is here as well. This could be really big. So make the tweaks. Try and find a compromise. See where you can give a little bit more, okay? Because this could be really big. So that's why I mentioned that. Back to the love reading. I think I told you the three different scenarios with a love reading. So let's take it to the center for the conclusion. We have the Chariot here, the Two of Cups reversed, and then the Knave of Pentacles. So some sort of relationship here it's not working out. The union that you're proposing or is being proposed to you, it's not happening. There's imbalance. Um, it's not harmonious. It's on the threshold of separating or breaking up or ending completely. There's regret looking back on it with on your part, but also I feel like you're taking charge, Pisces, and you're going towards your success with or without this person. If you're considering, if you're not sure about what to do, whether or not to take someone back, what their motives and their agendas are, I do feel like I have to say there's a superficial quality here coming from the end of the partner, person of interest, or the conglomerate that you're considering partnering with. Again, there's personal interest and gain on their part rather than wanting to, not rather than an emotional or a loving reason. It's more what they can get out of it. If that makes sense. And I'm just going to leave it at that. I mean, there's a lot of different things I could call out there, but I don't want to confuse anybody. I feel like you have all the control, Pisces. You have a lot more control than maybe you even realize. Um, and in expressing your feelings toward your partner, um, they may be manipulating you by showing a lack of interest in order to gain back their footing and gain a control over you. To create uncertainty in you um, would give them their leverage again, give them the higher ground again. So, and then some of them may be seeing that, things are going well for you, and maybe they want to kind of, maybe they want a little bit of that. And their interests are more so about what they can get from you rather than, the love that you're offering. So what you're going to do, you're still confused. Will they take you back? They're confused. Will you take them back? You're confused. But no matter what, Pisces, you're going into the future positive and confident and wiser. There's so many stories here. I must not allow myself to put as many cards out next time. Some of you may be taking a trip in May. I see a lot of travel cards. Traveling a long distance maybe. Or someone maybe that you're interested in maybe traveling and coming home to see you. I kind of see a quick story here, like maybe some of you are in the military or dealing with someone who's in the military who's overseas. Now you're coming home. There might have been a delay in this coming home, this return home. Maybe you had extended your time away, your time overseas. but now you finally can come home. But it seems like when it happens, there's problems. Things are different between you. You're not seeing eye to eye. Or maybe someone is using too much drugs or alcohol now to cope with issues, or PTSD or stuff like that. And for some of you, Pisces, you'll be trying to decide if you can manage this relationship and going forward the way it is, if you can fix it. I've kind of lost where I am, guys. I hope I've stated all the scenarios that you could be up against in May. Let's just close this out. I feel like the Queen of Swords as an advice card is saying to those of you let's just close it out like this. It looks like for some of you, the bond or the union that you're hoping to have or to be extended to you may not happen. It may not happen now or in quite the way that you want it to happen. So you may decide with the Queen of Swords to retract your offer, whether or not to continue with this union, or to take your offer and give it to someone else. For some of you who are dating someone new, you may find that as you get to know this person, you just don't have enough in common. You don't want the same things, or maybe there's an age gap or a gap in your ambitions. Or you may come to find out that someone new that you're dealing with is actually playing you. They have other options. They have other they have another relationship on the side. They may be playing you. And maybe you may be getting used for money or used for sex, or that's with a new person. Or with this extra person, this Libra or Gemini person. Could be any sign, but I feel like they act aloof and hard to get close to. I feel like there's multiple scenarios here, guys. It's really hard to keep it straight. Okay, and then with the outcome card, we have Viaggio, the Traveler. Basically, as an outcome card, this man who's on the horse in the center, he talks about there's going to be positive change in the dynamics of a relationship. So either, some of you, like I said, it could go either way for some of you. Some of you will be hearing the other person out, balancing, sorting it out. You know, it's not perfect, but you're sorting it out. You're going to work through it. While others of you may have a change of heart and decide to go it on your own for a while, with absolute confidence that you will find that which will be satisfying for you. Try not to look back. You know, try not to look back once you make that decision to do it. A lot of you will be looking back. You know, don't do that. So that's your reading, guys. I hope that you could follow. I enjoyed bringing it to you. And if you want, if you heard some of your scenario in here, and you want more information, you can contact me for a personal reading. Hypnosis is also a great tool for PTSD. I don't recommend it for, as a soul um, source to treat alcoholism or drugs, you need to get rehabilitated for that, but it's certainly something you can use in addition to help bring relief to that situation. I wouldn't use that as a sole treatment, though. So if you are interested in hypnosis, you can also contact me. All right, guys, have a pleasant May, and I will see you in June. Take care. Bye.